The first time I think back to when we were singing. Do you remember the summers? It's always the day that the nights get light and the cooler comes the heat. I daydream away. I think of all of our young faces when we were singing. And it all still feels like. Do you remember the summers?
First project.
But not the last.
Yeah, not the last. But after our issue coming down here from Mexico, just going to replace all these batteries right now. We haven't put out a video in the last couple of weeks because Carmen and I just celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary, and we took a little bit of time just to ourselves. So I'm sure you can appreciate that. We took off last week and went on a little bit of a adventurous trip. So we're back. We're back on the boat. We are starting the projects that we had a list of. Carmen's picked out the carpet that we're going to use.
Every space that we're going to have covered in the carpet, we have to lay out a big plastic tarp, I guess it is, and trace around everything that we want covered, cut it out, mark it.
We're trying to cut some carpet templates. Need to, not sure what I need to do.
Let's just stay here until the sunrise. Oh, do you remember the summer?
This is our time, make the moment last. Always in our minds, the memories keeping up with time. These sunset lights feel like photos.
That was a whole lot more work than we thought it was going to be, but we got it done. We got all the templates, like this one. We did the entire salon in 5 sections, and the hallway and the master stateroom. That was a lot of work.
Anybody else have a miniature bar 57 and you need carpet templates? We got them.
Yeah, and you need templates for your salon or your master stateroom or the hallway. Drop a note. We'd be glad to package them up and send them to you because this is a lot of work. Okay, it's been a full day. We got the templates done. We're going to be shipping those off to the carpet company here real soon. And we've got about half of the upholstery done. I think it looks fantastic. Carmen's done a great job with that. And that should be getting finished up probably this week. So we're really excited to show you what the result's going to be. And it's going to change the entire look of the boat. But in this next segment, we're going to be showing you something pretty special. If you've been following along on this channel, you probably remember the interview that we did with Sue in Brisbane, Australia, where we purchased the boat. If you haven't seen that yet, I would encourage you to hit pause right now, go back and watch that episode, and then come back and watch the rest of this. We made a promise to Sue when we were in Australia, and we kept that promise, and we're going to show it to you here in just a minute. So do me a
It's so
favor.
scary. I don't know anything that's going
Well,
on.
we'll start from the very beginning.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Yeah.
So this boat used to be owned by Gary Criddle, that everybody knew as Gaz. He unfortunately passed away in an aircraft accident about a year ago, almost a year ago to the day. And I bought this boat from his widow, Sue, who is a dear friend of ours now. And they just happened to know each other from early on in his career. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So tell me about Gary.
So, well, just fill you in, Steve. First of all, how I found out about Chris was that Sue posted something on Facebook about the boat, and you've got this plaque up here that I haven't even seen.
I'll show it to you.
yet.
Yeah, I'll show you.
And I just went, oh, that's absolutely fantastic. And Chris said, you know, anyone who's in Southern California, please come and visit.
Yeah.
So I went, Southern California? Bloody Gary's boat, which I love. 57's my favourite boat ever.
Have you seen this boat? This is.
No,
Oh,
I
really?
never ever saw it.
Oh, okay.
So So I got in touch with Chris and said, "Oh, here I am, and we live in Newport Beach, and Gaz known him forever, and all, and I said I'd love to catch up and maybe see the boat." And so Chris very kindly invited us here, and here we are.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Gary Criddle,
Yeah.
young Gary Criddle. He joined the Royal Australian Navy as what they called a boy sailor in the academy, which is on Jarvis Bay in New South Wales.
Right.
Beautiful part of the world. And so he completed his secondary education there, and also went to college there as well. And when he graduated, they general list officers, so they go to sea. But Gary did that for quite a time and became a navigator and a weapons officer, and then I think he actually got command of a patrol boat as well. Yes, he did. And then he wanted to go flying, because there's no guarantee in the Navy, that you're a naval officer first, and then unless you join as a direct entry guy, as I did when I joined the Navy. Anyway, so Lieutenant Criddle goes to pilot school and graduates, and then he's allocated on the S2 tracker, the Grumman tracker, where the training squadron, I was instructor there, and so I was destined to teach him how to fly a Grumman tracker, which was fantastic, because there was Criddle and Steve McMahon were both lieutenants. I'm a sub-lieutenant, which is the equivalent of a Lieutenant JG in the US Navy.
Right.
And so, and I gave these guys stick, because that was my job.
Of course.
And all three of us became very, very firm friends. And anyway, several years later, I left. I went to sea with Gary on board the Melbourne and the frontline squadron, and then I left the frontline squadron because they needed me back on the training squadron. And Gary did several cruises as an aeroplane commander on the S2, very successful. Many years later, I left and I joined Ansett for a while, and then I joined Qantas. And then, as I told you, I was very lucky with my career there. And then Gary joined, and then I flew with him. I was a captain, and he was a second officer.
Yeah.
On the 200, 300 series 7.4.
Nice.
Yeah. And so, we've continued to be friends, and and he married Sue, and we got to know them both, and then they came and visited, didn't they?
Yeah, she told me the other day that the last time they came to LA, they stayed with you guys.
It was so fun.
Which was fun. We had a great time.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, we had a really good time.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And then Gary bought this boat. And I got hold of him. I said, "You bastard, Criddle," because this has been the boat that I've always wanted my whole life. Beneteau 57. I've had Beneteau 461s, 473, and this is the boat that I always wanted.
Yeah.
And I said, "I'm never talking to you again." The thing I love about these boats is this cockpit area here is the size of a super yacht.
Exactly.
It really is.
Exactly.
You can have 12 people in here.
Yeah.
You could easily put 4 more people in here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Easily.
my favorite part too.
Yep.
I remember when it was the boat show in Sydney, 2004, when these first came out.
It was about 2004, I think, was the first year. Yeah.
And I remember stepping on board this thing and just going, wow.
Yeah.
It was brand spanking new. And I believe, because Beneteau tried to get into the super yacht business,
Right.
and this was their introduction into it.
Exactly.
And my understanding is they never made 1 cent out of the sales of these, because
Exactly.
they were all over-engineered, overbuilt, and they couldn't ask
They contracted with Bruce Farr's design shop, and Bruce Farr designed this boat for Beneteau, so they call it the Farr 57. You referred to that by that name a lot. But yeah, it's a over-engineered, really fast cruising boat.
Oh yeah.
And it's just a fantastic boat.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, it's an ocean-going mansion.
yeah,
It really
it really
is.
is. Yeah.
Remember, I had my 473. I had it when I bought it in Italy, and just south of Rome, and then I took it over to Croatia, and I had it over there for 5 years, and then I brought it back to Italy, and I had it in Sicily for 7 years, and I only just sold it October last year.
Really?
Yeah.
I would love to go sail Croatia.
Oh, it's
Croatia, Italy, Greece, that whole area.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would
So
love
great.
that's on our bucket list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Our plan right now is I still have 2 years left with the airline. What we're thinking about doing, we're thinking we're probably going to take the boat down to La Paz next year,
Yeah,
and then
right.
when I retire, we're going to cruise down the Mexican coast, spend some time in the Sea of Cortez, cruise down the Mexican coast, and then we're going to jump across to French Polynesia. We want to spend a year, maybe 2, in the South Pacific.
Yep.
Wow.
But eventually, we want to make it back to Brisbane. We want
Right.
to take the boat. I would love to go through New Zealand and Fiji, of course. I mean, you can't miss Fiji. New Caledonia, maybe. That's kind of hard to get to. But we do want to make it as far as Brisbane. We want to take it back to where we bought it.
Yeah.
And,
Fantastic.
That's awesome. Yeah.
and then we'll kind of decide where we want to go from there. The problem going from there is we don't want to go across the Indian Ocean. I've heard too many bad things about that. So we may have it transported from somewhere around Singapore over to, say, Cyprus or Dubrovnik. So do you know the history of this boat?
No.
So before Gary bought it, it was owned by a musician down in Australia named Peter Toms. I don't
Right.
know if you're familiar with him
No.
or not. He only owned it for a short period of time, but he bought the boat from the original owner, a guy named Bill Wheeler. Bill Wheeler actually raced this boat in the Sydney to Hobart
Oh,
a
okay.
couple of times.
Right.
And he also
Oh,
raced
wow.
the Sydney to Gold Coast race in it
Right.
several
Okay.
times. And this boat actually did really well, and it's classy. Finished like 6th in
Wow.
the Sydney to Hobart.
Wow.
I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
that's
Totally.
that's a serious sailboat race.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
and this boat
Wow.
did pretty well.
Yeah.
So the boat's got a lot of history. Gary bought the right boat.
Was this its original name
Yes,
from day
original name.
one? Okay.
Original name. Yeah, still carries the original sail number.
Oh, is
Not
that
the
right?
original sales, but
Yes,
still
sure.
carries the original sail number's original name.
Oh wow.
And we're not going to change it. There's
No.
no way we could change the name. So
Yeah.
the only thing that changed is the hailing port. Yeah. Let's go downstairs. I'll show you around downstairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you a California native?
No, I'm from Texas. Grew up on the Gulf Coast in Texas. That's where I learned how to sail.
Right.
My dad bought my brothers and I a little bitty sunfish type sailboat when I was a little kid,
Right.
and that's what I learned how to sail on.
Oh, right.
When I was in college, a buddy of mine and I got a Hobie Cat, and we'd sail that around the lakes and down in Galveston and places like that, and I just never quit. There's the plaque right there.
Oh my gosh. Do you want me to take a picture of you buy it?
Yeah.
Let me have your phone. Is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's pretty cool.
That's fantastic, man.
I
That's
love
funny.
that. That's so cool that you guys did that.
That's really cool.
Well, I couldn't not do it. I mean, there's just so much
I
there.
know.
There's such a connection. Even though I never knew the man, it was just too much of a connection not to do it.
That's so cool too,
Yeah.
right? Like the, what is that? But it's there. It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Exactly.
Mate, he used to call everyone cobber.
Yeah.
So that's an Australian word for like mate or friend
Okay.
or buddy, you
Right.
know, all that sort of stuff. And you wouldn't see Gary for ages, and he'd see you all of a sudden and go, "Cobber, how are you, mate?"
I love that.
He's
Yeah.
really great guy.
Yeah.
He was.
Great guy.
I'll show you.
You'll never know when your last breath's gonna fade like a July sunset. Oh, how a tragedy like gravity holds you still while the world keeps spinning.
It's hard not to question circumstances that leave you with nothing to say.
Is there some kind of message, some kind of lesson? Damn, life's hard to explain.
No God, tell me why things happen.